Hey y'all, I'm Elizabeth and I have two simple thrift flips in my video today. Well, thanks so much for tuning in today. I found this piece for my first flip at a thrift store, and when I started looking closer at it, it looks like the candle holder part is actually probably a candle holder from the Dollar Tree, and then the top part is a glass bowl, and they're just glued together. But I paid $2 for this. I thought the bowl was really pretty, but we're going to make this over. The first thing I did was paint this black. I just used a flat black spray paint, and it really looks amazing black. It looks like this big metal heavy piece of like glassware or dinnerware. I think it made it look really pretty painted black, but I want to bring out some of that detail that's around the bottom edging of the bowl. So the first thing I'm doing here, I took some of the Waverly white wax and just a dry paper towel, and I wanted to go around the top edge of the bowl just to give it a little bit more definition. And I'm going to do this all the way around the top of the bowl, but once I got that done, I really like the next color that I used better, so I'm going to go over top of this white with some of the Agave Waverly chalk paint. I really like the turquoise up against the black. I think it looks much better than the white, but I'm going to go all the way around the edge here or all the way around the top of the bowl with the white wax. And once I finished with the wax, I'm going to take some of that Agave chalk paint. I'm just going to use the dry paper towel again and just kind of dab this on here. You just want to be sure you're not using a lot of paint. That way I don't want it to get down inside those grooves. I just really want to hit the very top of the design here. So I'm just going to kind of dab this all the way around. It has a really pretty details around here. I'm not sure if that bowl came from the Dollar Tree or not. I don't know that I've ever seen that, but I've not really looked for glass bowls in there either, so I don't know if that is where that came from, but it really makes a pretty piece, these two glued together. And the black really makes that turquoise pop out. It looks really pretty and really elegant up against that black with just a little bit of the turquoise coming through. I know lemons were really popular last summer, and I love the look of lemons, so I wanted to fill my bowl with lemons. But when I came to kind of decorate this some, I realized I didn't have as many lemons as I thought. So I'm going to put a couple lemons in here, but this would be really pretty with some bright yellow added up against this turquoise. And I'm going to take the agave and go across the top where I had that wax, just real light with some of the turquoise, just right around that edging where the white wax was at, and try to add a little bit of the blue color to that white that was around the top. And then I'm going to go down the edges just a little bit further than I did the white wax. And I just am continuing around the bottom of the bowl. And then I made a little bit of a boo-boo here. I just kind of got some of the paint down on the candle holder. I wasn't originally going to put any on the candle holder, but since I got paint down there, I decided to just kind of add a little bit around the edges of the candle holder. And it looks really pretty with some of that definition. It really makes it pop out up against that black. So this looks really pretty. I think it gives it a totally new or really different look than it had before. I've been doing a couple things in the black, so I really love the way that the black looks with that white or the colored accents. I think that makes some really pretty pieces. So these are the things that I'm going to fill inside my bowl here. I just have a little piece of like that floral foam from the Dollar Tree just to kind of fill in the bottom there. I put a little bit of Spanish moss and then some of this like larger eucalyptus. And I think these were from Walmart, I think. And then I'm putting the lemons that I have here inside my bowl. I really wanted lemons to fill the whole bowl up, but I realized I didn't have as many as I thought when I started. So this is my third Thursday Thrift Flips video, and this is the collaboration that Tammy from the Rusted Willow and myself have every month on the third Thursday of the month. So if you're a collaborator and you want to join us, just let one of us know, and we'll get you added to our group chat. And if you don't know Tammy, check out Tammy's channel, The Rusted Willow. She also has some great budget-friendly DIYs and some awesome thrift flips. She also has some of her shopping haul videos. Her channel link is listed down in my description box along with the playlist. I really enjoy this collaboration every month and get to see what everybody has flipped over. And I also just want to say thank you to that reached 2,000 subscribers, and I'm planning on having a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Hopefully I'll have that information in my next video that will come out next week, so stay tuned for that. Now look at this little cutie. I found him at the thrift store. I paid $2 for him, and I thought he was a really cute little duck. Just the right shape and size, but we're going to make him over and try to give him a little bit more of a modern look. I spray painted him an heirloom white spray paint, and then I'm going to use some of the Waverly Antique Wax. I just want to kind of define his feathers a little bit more on the sides and then his tail on the back. And the antique wax is really a fun product to work with. You can apply a lot of it, or you can apply a lot and then wipe a lot of it off. And that's really what I'm going to try to do, is just put quite a bit on here and let it get down in the grooves, and then try to wipe some of that off so it just really brings out the definition on this little duck. And I don't know where you guys are at, but I'm in North Carolina and I'm so ready for summertime. Our weather has just been absolutely crazy. It gets hot and then it's getting cold. It'll be 80 and then it's 50. So I'm so ready for summer. I love doing my projects outside. So you can see I'm outside here working on this. So I love where it's staying daylight much longer during the day too. So that gives me a little bit more time to be able to work on some projects outside. And don't be afraid to paint. I know some people are a little intimidated. They'll leave me comments about painting. You know, if you mess up with painting, paint back over and start again. I think sometimes when we're making these videos, people don't see, or they may not show where they make errors or make mistakes and have to repaint things. But that happens to everybody. That happens to me all the time. I have to start over, or I don't like a color. I originally painted the duck here a different shade, kind of like a tan or a brown, and I didn't like the way he looked in that color. So I decided to do him the heirloom white here, that spray paint shade. I think that was that's one of my favorite shades of white. If you're looking for not really a bright white or an off-white, it seems to be kind of like an in-between shade, a really good farmhouse type color in the heirloom white spray paint. And I just usually get mine from Walmart. And I'm just painting him kind of as I go along. I don't really know exactly what I want him to look like. So I'm going to put some on his beak and on his feet, and then on the end, kind of on the tip of his tail. But then at the end, I am going to go back and put a little bit down the top of his head, a little bit on his chest. So, you know, make him these are your projects, so make them unique, make them your own. And if you want a little heavier in areas, make it a little bit heavier. I'm just going to make his little eyeballs. I want those to be a little bit darker than the rest of him, so I'm going to fill those in a little bit darker in that area. And these thrift flip collaborations are so much fun because everybody finds different things. You don't know what everybody's going to have, so I hope you'll check out the playlist and see what everybody else is making in the playlist and flipping over this month. Now, to fill my little duck in here, I'm just going to take some of these different pieces of lavender that I have. I have one that's kind of like a white, and then one that's more of the dark purple. These are just from the Dollar Tree, and I just clip those down, and I'm just going to lay them in here and fill him in the back here, and then I'm going to put a little simple bow up against the back of him. And anything like this that you find that may have had like floral things in them, they're great for things you could change out for the season, something you could leave out year round, but just change the floral items out to match the seasons. And I'm going to take a little bow. I think I bought that ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and just kind of set it there on his back. Well, I hope I've inspired you to go to the thrift store, find something at a discounted price, flip it over, make it unique, make it your own. If you're new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. I'm going to have my 2,000 subscriber giveaway information hopefully in my next video. If you don't know Tammy, check out Tammy's channel, The Rusted Willow. Go over there and subscribe to her channel, and subscribe to the other YouTubers that are in the playlist and give them some support and support our channels. I want to thank everybody so much for watching. I hope you'll leave me a comment and a like. That really helps out my channel and keeps it, helps YouTube send it out some more. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you back on the third Thursday in May. Thanks again. Have a great